Wow, so speaking of empathy, sometimes empathy means that you admit that things that happen to you are happening to you. Because if they're happening to you, then they're happening to other people. Do we understand that? Okay, good. Now here's an example. I live in a Midwestern state. It's not Nebraska. It would take me, 5 hours to drive to Nebraska. So I'm so close to Pennsylvania, I can smell Pennsylvania. But they want to put me in the Midwest. Whatever. There's a problem here. It's not just, yeah, well, we don't like all these foreigners moving in, like my dad. Can I bring my dad up now? Can I mention him? His parents were immigrants. So he actually admired foreigners. He admired them. He especially admired Asian people. He never had a harsh word. You can't idolize any race, folks. You can't idolize any ethnicity. Of course, anybody of any race could be evil. But he had so much respect for Asian people. He really did. But there was some racism going on. I never heard him make a joke about Polish people. But that they call it the Great American Melting Pot. They used to, and some people did merge, and now we have normal SpongeBob, plain vanilla. But there's still this, there are these things that I don't like about American culture. I can tell you this: the hillbilly syndrome is alive and well. I'm not a liberal. You're a liberal. You want kids to be transgendered. Eh? You want them to worship out. Please. I'm a very conservative person, and this is my goodness. I was really sad when they tried to defund PBS or whatever, because I think there's a lot of good stuff. I don't watch it. I should watch it. There is some bad stuff, but it's mostly really good stuff. Mostly commercial-free good stuff. And I was so attacked on Fox News, oh, you're just a liberal, you just blah, 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 you just want transgender. I don't want transgenderism. What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. But if God puts you in a particular position, I guess you have to make the most of it. For example, I had a friend whose parent this cat keeps bothering me. I have to pause. Excuse me. I had a friend in high school whose parents, especially her dad, was extremely religious. He meticulously and scrupulously refurbished an old car from the 50s, so it was a beautiful refurbished classic car. My parents, the first car they got me, my mother bought it off of one of her coworkers for $500, and it was so embarrassing. I would even turn down a street in town, and it would always it would just totally conk out. I guess it needed new spark plugs or something. It was it looked horrible. It was so undependable. It's why do my friends' parents care more about her than they care about me? I don't really know, folks. I don't know. Yeah. So I'm used to driving cast-offs, things that have been handed down. You understand that? But I want to tell you, there's this truck phenomenon, and if I really wanted to, I guess I could do it. Go and buy myself a truck. I guess. But I did buy a truck for my husband one time. I used my money from my student loan refund, which that's a little bit. You get this big refund, and I bought my husband a truck, and I thought, this is beautiful. This truck is going to be so wonderful for him. And I didn't even think about buying anything for myself, you know? Sorry, spam call. But you know what I've noticed lately, like I have a hand-me-down car. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it comes from my brother, actually. Yeah, he's not alive anymore, but you know. But I tell you, this little thing has some spunk. It's a little Hyundai. It has some real spunk to it. Now, unfortunately, I mean, really mechanically, it's really good. I take it to a really good oil change place, and they do such a fabulous job that it's worth spending $80 to get an oil change, because they do such a fabulous job. If you want to keep that car running for a long time. It's had some issues, you know, and it's always been repaired by people that really knew what they were doing, and I'm still driving this beautiful thing. But it has its cosmetic issues. For some reason, rust started to form on the back part of it, and I've done things over the years to try to make it not look so terrible. But, you know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, America, I'm calling you out. Like, we're such wonderful people. We're so patriotic. We're so great. You're not, you're I don't like the idea of foreign people coming in and undermining us. Not at all. But you have to admit, there's arrogance in America that's a problem. It's a big problem. So a lot of people have like these really huge trucks. Like I see a lady, she's like shorter, she's like 5'5", she's 5'2", driving a huge truck. How does she even reach the gas pedal, you know? I'm driving a small vehicle. It's like, it's okay, you know, it's fine, you know. Boy, it's good. It's beautiful. It's zippy. It's a Hyundai. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. I love it. It's so dependable. I can't say that about other cars I've driven, so kudos to the Hyundai company. At least during that year, that era, they were making some good quality cars. And my brother bought it, you know, and, you know, after he passed away, my parents got his vehicle, and then eventually I had the vehicle because my dad couldn't drive anymore because of his neurological issues. But, you know, there are people driving these big trucks, and they think they're all that. The younger generation is really poor white trash. I'm talking about poor white trash. I mean, I've seen so many videos about, you know, black fatigue and this and that, and I feel a little guilty. It's like, why am I just seeing videos about black fatigue? And it is black people usually having these videos. So if, you know, I feel like, well, if they're upset about it and, you know, they want to share it, then I'll pay attention to them. But there's something a little askew, something missing from this picture. What about hillbilly fatigue? What about poor white trash fatigue? They don't have to be poor. You don't have to be poor to act trashy. But I had the opportunity to grow up in a town which is sort of a tourist magnet. So people will come from, say, Cleveland, or God forbid they come from Columbus. You don't want to come here. You can come from Cleveland, please. God forbid. You have a Franklin County sticker on your license plate. I remember just being in high school. The hillbillies hate the tourists. They call them Turons. Yeah. I was like, so just another example. I'm obeying the speed limit. It's like 35 miles per hour. I put my turn signal on, ready to turn left into like a gas station place. And this big hillbilly, his truck is I guess it's a he. I don't even look at the person. I just see it as like a enemy vehicle. I don't even think of it as a person, because people act like absolute demons when they're on the road. They do. They act like demons. They're like demon possessed. If you met him in church, you'd be like, oh gosh, oh shucks, ma'am. But you act like a total asshole when you're, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Well, I said it, and so I did say it. It's because you're riding up so high, you're not even paying attention. You're an arrogant son of a motherless goat, and you're riding up so high, and you think, well, she's foreign, she's from a different city. I spent most of my formative years here in this town. I am not foreign. I have lived other places. I am not a frickin' foreigner. Okay? I live more with Amish people than any other people. What, I have to pass Amish buggies. You don't beep at the Amish buggies. Like, what the heck are these Amish buggies even doing on the road? It's not safe for anybody. I'm telling you, it's not safe. But I know what it is. I put my left turn signal on, and these people are not frickin' paying attention, and they can't even see that I put my left turn signal on because I have a little car. And they're like, beep, and it's like, the jerk beeped at me. You know what? Today I said, I'm beeping back at this guy. And in fact, I decided not to turn left, and I followed him. And not only did I follow, some other hillbilly tried to pass me in their truck. I passed the whole column of cars. I'm like, I'm going slow because it's 35 miles an hour. I put my turn signal on. Do you understand? It'd be so much easier if you just get yourself a big SUV. Like, fine, Veronica. Like, where's the money going to come from, Veronica? Like, it would be so easy. It would be so easy, Tiffany, if I had the money. Yeah, I'm telling you, I got poor white trash fatigue. I ain't lying. Oh, that feels good. Oh.